When you travel, it feels really good to be well equipped for all types of situations, but it doesn't feel good to be overpacked or spend too much money. So in this video, we're going to talk about 10 tiny travel items that all cost under $10 that will enhance your next trip. We'll also go into 10 bonus items that might not be quite as cool, but still essential. One thing that I want to note is you might see some of these items costing $16 or $18, but that means they will come in a 2-pack, essentially making that individual item $8 or $9. So when you go to drop that hateful comment, just take a second and breathe. It's hard to find things that are under $10 nowadays. How is Five Below even a store? Are they for real? First up is this bowl from Fossils. This bowl becomes a flat piece of plastic. Just unsnap, press out, and it's like a little plastic piece of origami. Then when you're in need of a bowl, you take this flat piece out of your suitcase that takes up almost no room, and it is very lightweight, and you can create a bowl. Maybe you would use this on an airplane to split up a snack between kids who are arguing. Or you could use this as a dog bowl if you're out on your vacation and your dog is thirsty for water. Or as we did when we were in Croatia, or if you're in any of the markets out there while you travel, we put some olive oil in here, grabbed some bread, and had a very nice afternoon snack. So Euro. Next up is this tiny hand sanitizer. Now, this comes in at about $8 per bottle, which I realize it's a little bit expensive. But it's matte black, smells delicious, and sprays. All of which are cool. The form factor is really the nice piece about this for travel. As you can see, it's super thin, it packs flat, and can slide into a pocket, it can slide into a waist pack very easily, or the outside of a book bag. The other cool feature to this bottle is that it is refillable. If you pull off the top and then you pull this little rubber stopper out, you can refill this with hand sanitizer when you're finished, or any other liquid that you might want to spray while on vacation. I bought all these items with my own money. This is not a sponsored video, but I will link all of them below if you think any of them are cool. What would really help out is if you hit that subscribe and like button, because as a small creator who is 40 and balding, it just really helps with my self-confidence. Next up is this traveling extension cord. Now, you might be able to argue with me a little bit on this being a tiny item, but I really wanted to include it because one, it's only about $10, and two, when we get to our destination, I love creating a charging hub when we get there. It's super helpful to have my camera, phone, possibly iPad, or anything else all juiced up for a full day of exploring when we're out into town or a new destination. I like this one a lot because it will come with 3 power outlets, 2 USB and 1 USB-C. Especially if you're over in the EU, you can have your one converter that you travel with, plug this in, and now you've created a little hub. The reason I picked this one up is just because of how nice it packs. As you can see, this comes in here, doesn't slide out, it's in there very nicely, and then it can easily fit in a book bag or a suitcase. You don't have to worry about messing the prongs up or this sliding off. One of the most underrated pieces of travel gear, a clothesline, a traveling clothesline. I got this one from Amazon. It is braided. Now it also came with these carabiner hooks that I like to have on there. Makes it a little bulkier, but now you have this Velcro strap attachment. Now before you start to second guess as to why you would ever need a laundry cord, I think it is coming real handy for us while traveling, especially if we're going to any destination where we might get wet or clothes might get wet. Now, I know you can hang things up over a chair or over a couch, but they really don't dry as well if you do that overnight. If you create this drying system wherever you're staying, it will help with something that maybe got wet the night before, maybe a bathing suit that the kid wants to wear the next day. And that brings us to our next item, which couples really nice with this, and that is soap laundry detergent. These are traveling packs. You can get these off Amazon in a travel packs for I believe around $10, and they come in these small packets. Now with soap laundry detergent and your clothesline, you basically have a portable washer and dryer. All kidding aside, we really like these. It is rinse-free laundry detergent. Don't ask me how it works, but we've used it before when we're traveling. It's great to throw a few items in the sink or a small bucket that we have for the kids, wash them up at night, use this to hang out in the room, and then dry them. Call us old school, but we love having these traveling notebooks. What we like to do is label the trip up front right when we book it. And then we use this book to start jotting things down in. Maybe it's some gear we don't want to forget. Maybe it's a rough itinerary of things that we want to do. It helps to always have it in the same place and then always have it when we're planning our trip, instead of all these documents digitally stored in these different places. Hey, I sent you this Instagram post. Hey, watch this YouTube video. If we jot everything down in here, it keeps it very organized when we actually go to plan the trip. Then we take this on the trip. If you have a go-to waist pack, then usually this would fit in really nicely, so it's always with you or on your person. We love to couple it with one of these simple black clips up top. Now what that does, it enables you to store any important tickets or items. You can have that stuff as a keepsake if you would like when you get home. And then two, it enables you to always have important pieces of paper in the same spot. Easily accessible, and it gets you off the screen a little bit. Screens are an inevitable part of our lives. I spend a lot of time on them, but it's always nice to go old school with pen and paper. Next up, toothpaste tablets. These are awesome to travel with. One, it cuts down on your liquids. Two, it makes less of a mess in your toiletry bag. And three, it can be a great, quick go-to option when you need to brush your teeth on a long flight. I don't think the packaging is too obnoxious on this. It fits in a toiletry bag, and in here are 60 tablets, so it's easy for us to just throw it in. But if you want to be really prepared, then you can take 2 to 3 tablets out per day and then put them in a small pill container or a small bag and then throw them in your toiletry kit. Next up, travel compression bags. These are great to have and take up almost no room. Now, these are really meant to kind of save space while you're packing. So you put all your clothes in, you roll it up, and these only have a one-way vent, so it pushes all the air out. The benefit of these is you don't need to pack a pump, and it might not get quite as small and hard as some of those that actually suck all of the air out. Throw in 1 or 2 of these in the bag because they take up almost no room, and then using them for dirty clothes. So now when the kids have dirty clothes or we have dirty clothes, 1, they can all go in one spot, and then 2, those dirty clothes can take up way less room. And you feel like when you return back, you're not stuffing every last bit in your suitcase, you're just compressing all the dirty clothes. It feels like you have a little bit more room in case you pick up some new items on your vacation. Next up, foaming soap sheets. These are just tiny little sheets of soap. You can see how thin the layers are. If you're ever in a bind, these are great to have. They simply dissolve underwater. You grab one, you can get your hands nice and lathered and soaped up. It's a good option to have if you don't have any soap. This might be one of those items that you only use once or twice while you're traveling, but it takes up almost no room and can save you from ingesting germs, which could lead to bad stomach pains at night. Next up is this collapsible Tupperware. Now, there are a few use cases for this, and it's slightly different than the collapsible bowl. But for this one, it would open up and then expand into just like a regular Tupperware. So if you're out at the market and you get some fruit and you want to throw it in here, but we like having this in our day pack when we're traveling around, especially with the kids, if we wanted to store anything in here that was not finished and then keep it fresh for the next time somebody wants it. Up next, 10 quick hit bonus items, also known as QHBIs. This AirTag watch holder. It is not a watch, it just holds an AirTag, carabiners. I usually have 3 or 4 on the outside of my bag and 1 or 2 on the inside of my bag. Get them, pack them, you will use them. Tied to go because stains, kids, you ruin your nice outfit, then your nice outfit gets fixed. A lint brush from IKEA for $1.99. It's reusable and packs up very easily. A lacrosse ball to stretch with. If you know, you know. If you don't, then you would use this to sit on, like your glute and hamstring when you're on the airplane. Or use this to place on your upper back or shoulder while you lay on the ground in your hotel room or Airbnb to stretch out. It will really help loosen you up on vacation. Cheap, inexpensive, refillable hand sanitizer bottles. Strap these on the kids' book bags, and they'll always have hand sanitizer. TSA luggage locks, maybe for your backpack, maybe for other things. Easy to pack, easy to travel with. Also very inexpensive. Grab a few. A reusable towel. You can find multiple uses for these on a trip. This could clip on the outside of your book bag if you want. You can clean up spills. You can wipe your face down. Red whip ties, very helpful for organization, specifically when it comes to cords and electronics. If you travel with a few of those things, then I highly recommend grabbing a pack of these. And we saved the best bonus item for last. You're going to take an old gift card, some electrical tape, and some duct tape, and then wrap it around this gift card. Then you're going to put the gift card in your waist pack, fanny pack, wallet, or book bag. And when you do need it, you will be very thankful that you have duct tape to fix your suitcase, or electrical tape to stick over that little light on the TV that always shines right in your eye in the hotel room. If you made it this far with all these tiny pieces of travel gear, thank you so much. If you want more, my wife writes an amazing travel newsletter. It's called Booked It on Points. She will give you all the details on credit card points and miles to travel to places for cheaper. She will give you the best up-to-date information on travel gear and destinations. And most importantly, she's going to break down all the juicy details of what we're doing as a family and how we're, as 40-year-olds, trying to build a business online so you can laugh at us about how much money you make and how little money we made. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll really like this one where I break down travel gear from IKEA, or this one where I break down the packed travel book bag, which I believe is one of the best one-bag travel solutions. See you next time.